Hey there, good to be back with you. I am Bernie Miklasz, and this is The Bernie Show on STL Sports Central, presented by DraftKings. The crown is yours. I am Bernie Miklasz. As I said, I've been writing and talking about St. Louis area sports since 1985. I do each week 5 videos here and also 5 columns. I also visit with Randy Carricker on his show, and you can catch me frequently throughout the week on multiple programs on KMOX, FM, and AM. Please do us a favor here at STL Sports Central. We're working hard for your support. We want to give you all the content we can, and we will continue to pump it out. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the button, the like button, the thumbs up button on the videos you watch. All that helps us a lot. All right, let's get to today's topic on this Wednesday. I believe the Cardinals will deal starting pitcher Sonny Gray if he grants approval of a trade proposal. I've repeatedly said and written that it makes sense for the Cardinals to trade Gray and collect assets that will boost Chaim Bloom's rebuilding project, maybe even speed it up a little bit. And I do very much believe the decision to cash in on Sonny is the way for Bloom to go, because Sonny does not fit into the team's plans beyond 2026, if you know, and that's even if he's here in 2026. But I also realize there are benefits to Gray remaining with the Cardinals, even though they are highly unlikely to be a contender next season. The fact that they are rebuilding actually might make Gray more valuable in some ways, and I'll be happy to explain that as we go along. And in this video, I will also share a tribute to Gray by a former Twins teammate who discussed why Gray was so valuable to his previous team up there in the Twin Cities. As we know, Gray has a no-trade clause, but he's keeping an open mind about waiving the protection if an acceptable destination comes along. And based on reports coming out of baseball's GM meetings this week in Las Vegas, there's a lot of major league teams, including some big spending contenders that are in pursuit of upper-tier starters. Gray already has emerged as a very popular name on the market, and Bloom is hearing from teams that are interested in acquiring Sonny Gray. It's a good spot to be in if you're Chaim Bloom. Another reason to trade Gray is his walk-year status and the heavy salary that comes with it. Gray's entering the final season of his 3-year backloaded deal. He's due $35 million in salary for 2026, but that's not all. There's also a $5 million buyout if the Cardinals don't pick up his option for 2027. So if we include the buyout, that's $40 million committed to Sonny Gray in 2026. According to the contract tracking site, SpotRack, try to say that fast 3 or 4 times. Anyway, according to SpotRack, Gray's compensation for 2026 would be the 4th highest among major league starting pitchers among those with existing contracts. And that would be the 5th highest if we also include Shohei Ohtani. And obviously, this does not include free agent deals that will be signed this winter. Cardinals ownership almost certainly will have to absorb a percentage of Gray's contract costs for 2026. How much, I don't know, but maybe a pretty good chunk. But they're willing to do it in order to move him and get a more generous return in the trade exchange, which is something that Chaim Bloom is stressed to ownership. The more we pick up, the more we get in the trade. Gray turned 36 years old 5 days ago. He made his major league debut in 2013. Among active major league starting pitchers, Gray ranks 1st in career starts, 2nd for most innings, 3rd in wins, 3rd in strikeouts, and 4th in quality starts. Combining his first 2 seasons in St. Louis, Gray ranks 6th among all major league starters in strikeout rate, 7th in fielding independent ERA, and 10th in wins above replacement. Pretty good. Gray did allow too many home runs last season, but he's still a very good starter. Now, it all depends on your perspective, whether you think he's a number 1 or number 2 starter. In my opinion, it doesn't matter because Gray would fill an important need for a contending team that needs help at the top of the rotation, whether it be number 1 or probably better number 2. And his sweeper remains one of the most absolute great pitches in the majors. He came up with that thing 3 years ago, and that pitch has been in the top 5 best pitches every single year as far as effectiveness. He gets a lot of outs with it. All right, pragmatically speaking, it's smart to trade Gray because he isn't in the Cardinals' future plans. But would there be a benefit to keeping him in 2026? Yeah, if you're looking for a benefit, we can talk about that. It doesn't change my mind about trading him, but we can talk about the potential benefit of keeping him for one more year. We'll get into that in my next segment, but first, an important message about DraftKings. Missouri, get ready. The wait is almost over. DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is coming soon to the Show Me State. And I mean soon. As I record today's video, the DraftKings launch in Missouri is only 18 days away. It's going to be go time on December the 1st. So get ready for Missouri to become the Show Me the Money State because of DraftKings. New Missouri customers can download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today, right now. And when we go live, place just a $5 bet to unlock $300 in bonus bets. Starting November the 17th, that's 5 days from now, my friends, you can create your DraftKings Sportsbook account in Missouri and get ready for launch day on December 1st. DraftKings Sportsbook brings you everything you need to elevate your game day experience and your game day enjoyment, including live in-game betting, lightning fast payouts, a large variety of sports to choose from, an amazing number of ways to get involved in the action, all right from your phone. And when DraftKings officially goes live in Missouri on the very first day of December, you're going to be betting with the sportsbook app that is trusted by millions because, among other reasons, it is safe, it is secure, it's got the fast money withdrawals, and other appealing features. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and grab $300 in bonus bets with just a $5 bet when we go live on December 1st. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be age 21 or older. Physically present in Missouri. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Excludes customers who redeem pre-launch sign-up offer. Terms available at sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. All right, welcome back to segment number 2 of The Bernie Show. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and kindly hit that like button as well. Hit it, and we will tip our cap to you. Thank you. At the moment, the Cardinals have a projected 2026 rotation of Sonny Gray, Matthew Liberatore, Michael McGreevy, Andre Palante, and Kyle Leahy. Obviously, that's going to change between now and the start of the 2026 season. Chaim Bloom has been clear about his intention to acquire at least one, maybe even 2 starting pitchers between now and the opening of spring training, or certainly the opening of the regular season. But for now, the depth and the experience and the quality of the starters behind Gray is definitely a concern if that group stays as is. Gray has 330 regular season starts in the major leagues. 330 regular season starts in the majors. The other 4 dudes, Liberatore, Palante, McGreevy, and Leahy, have combined for only 127 big league starts. And McGreevy and Leahy in particular, those 2 have 20 major league starts between them. Okay, what about career innings pitched in the big leagues, including the postseason? Sonny Gray has pitched just under 1,950 innings. The other 4 guys combined have thrown just a tad over 1,000 innings in the majors, but a lot of that work came in a relief role. Liberatore, Palante, McGreevy, and Kyle Leahy have pitched only 694 combined innings as big league starters. That is not much experience at all. The Cardinals also have some young pitchers in their prospect pipeline who are going to be here sooner than later, including Liam Doyle and Quinn Matthews. There are other guys I could mention, but I don't want to get bogged down in like reading 25 names and making every one of these guys sound like Chris Carpenter or John Tudor. They'll have a way, other prospects, they'll have a way of making their reputations known and to get on a track to St. Louis. I don't know about 26, though. I think Doyle and Matthews are the most likely candidates to make starts for the Cardinals at some point in 2026. And the Cardinals' rotation will be even younger. Gray's a strong leader among starting pitchers. The young guys really lean on him. They love him. He offers valuable advice on pitching, preparation, handling adversity, training. He's a touchstone. And I think Bloom understands that they would be missing that touchstone if they trade Gray. And I do believe that Bloom's going to come up with at least one experienced veteran in his search, I should say, for a starting pitcher, although he will be doing research. So if he comes up with at least one experienced veteran to join that rotation, maybe two, it's doubtful that none of them will have Gray's body of work and expertise that was formed and shaped during 13 seasons of pitching in the major leagues. So other than the pitching coaches, who will the baby birds lean on in 2026? We're dealing with the unknown here, so I can't answer it today, but it's hard to see where the leadership will come from unless Chaim Bloom really gets not only just an established veteran starter, but a good one. And if he can't, that could be a problem. It could be an issue. And oh, by the way, I got to say this. It ain't going to be Max Scherzer and it ain't going to be Zach Gallen. So do not waste your time and your emotions on stuff that will not happen, okay? Let's move on from that. Not going to happen. When I return, I'm grouchy. No, I'm not. I'm fine. I got to bark. When I return for my third segment, I'll share some perspective from one of Sonny Gray's former teammates back in the Minnesota days. But first, motivation time. Motivation for you to try BlueChew. Gentlemen, BlueChew can help you raise your game for those pleasurable moments, those special intimate moments with your partner. If you are tired of striking out at the plate, if you are frustrated by too much soft contact, and you want to get back to hitting for hard contact, well, BlueChew can help you power up, and there's no need to be bashful or shy. Just chew it and do it. I know what BlueChew has done for me, and I'm 66, so I'm very proud to make it known that you should at least try BlueChew to see what it can do for you. BlueChew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for enhanced performance. So sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you're going to receive that prescription at your doorstep in a matter of days. So try your first month of BlueChew free when you use the promo code Bernie. That's me. Just pay $5 shipping. That's the promo code Bernie, BERNIE, to get your first month free. And the only cost to you is $5 shipping fee. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank BlueChew very much for sponsoring the Bernie Show. All right, welcome back to the third segment on today's Bernie Show. Now, earlier this week, doing some of my reading, I came across some comments made by the very good Twins starting pitcher Joe Ryan late this past season, late in the 2025 regular season. The Twins had a really crummy year, and ownership is pulling back on spending. Gray pitched for the Twins in 22 and 23, and he finished second in the American League Cy Young voting in 23. He was very popular with his teammates, and Joe Ryan is convinced the Twins would still be a playoff caliber team had ownership signed Gray to a new contract instead of letting Sonny Gray walk to the Cardinals as a free agent before the 24 season. The Twins made the playoffs in 2023. They look to be set for another run, but with Gray gone to the Cardinals, Minnesota's pitching collapsed late in the 2024 season, the 2024 campaign, and the team missed the playoffs. And in 2025, the Twins spiraled to 70 and 92 record and sold off players at the trade deadline. So it's pretty glum up there. Let me read you some of Joe Ryan's quotes from his interview with the Minneapolis Star-Tribune. First quote, and it is a quote, I quote, "In my opinion, that goes down as the biggest," let me start over again. "In my opinion," Joe Ryan said, "that goes down as the biggest mistake we have made since I've been here. Sonny wanted to come back. He loved it here." Joe Ryan continued, quote, "If we had re-signed Sonny, I can guarantee we would have been in the playoffs in 24, and we'd probably be in a better spot this year. He was a top-notch guy, a great pitcher, incredible competitor, great guy in the clubhouse. I learned so much from him. We missed him." Talking about Twins ownership, Ryan said, "Hey, I understand owners, it's their team. They can do what they want. They set the parameters. I get it." But he added, quote, "If we had signed Sonny, they would have been very happy about the decision," speaking of the owners. "The return on the investment would have been huge. I just think Sonny Gray would have been so worth it. So it's pretty amazing to hear or to read those quotes to you and realize that they're still missing him, his teammates up in Minnesota. And it's been more than 2 years since he left. That's quite a tribute, a heartfelt tribute to Sonny Gray. I still expect the Cardinals to trade Gray in the offseason, and I still think it's the right move. But after listening to Joe Ryan and reading his quotes, I wonder how much the young Cardinals pitchers will miss Sonny Gray if he's not here in 2026, and how much that might matter to the development of those young starting pitchers. That's all I got for today. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you very much. And a special thanks to DraftKings for presenting the Bernie Show here on STL Sports Central. Hello there, I'm Bernie Miklasz, and I want to take a minute to brag about everything that we're doing here on STL Sports Central. But first, if you don't mind, I'm going to tell you a quick story because I think you need to hear it. When this site began a few months ago, whenever it was, right, I was curious to see what I would find here. I love sports content, but I can be a little picky. I want it to be consistent. I want it to be smart. I want it to be fun. I want it to be something I can count on. Not every now and then, but every day if possible. Well, listen, I got all of that and then some. I was simply blown away by the huge amount of content, good content, quality content, a variety of content on this site. Hey, there's Cardinals coverage with Card Central 365, which is there for you every single day, 365 days a year. You're going to stay up to date with a great cast of hosts. My friends that include Brendan Schaefer, Mike Claiborne, Joe Roderick, Stephen Carey, Ryan Fagan, and many more. And that's not all. There's post-game shows after every game. In fact, this is about the Cardinals coverage, but there's post-game shows after every game, any St. Louis sports team, college or pro. It's amazing. And these post-game shows feature the hosts that I've already mentioned, plus in terms of the Cardinals post games, plus Sarah Daly and Ethan Hannaford. And I'm in the bullpen in case they want to bring the old reliever out so I can holler about something. Hey, long story short, and I wasn't very short, but here's the story. I was so impressed with STL Sports Central, I knew something right away. I wanted to be part of the team, and so I am. Here I am. Please join us all. There's nothing like this in the St. Louis sports market. There is nothing like it in this market. There never has been, and we are breaking that ground. We are changing the way St. Louis sports fans consume their sports content. I'm proud to be on the squad. Thank you, and join us.